Hello everybody and welcome to night one of racing here with the short track and PLM tour. We got a full field of cars ready and lined up to qualify. Tonight we are looking at a we'll say some good racing. I don't know yet. As we got our first qualifiers out on track. Shane, the NASCAR fan, will be out first here. Through turn 1 and 2 is going to roll it steady onto the back stretch, nearly up to the wall, and that's kind of what you need around this short track. Into turn number 1 and 2 once again. He's going to go up to the middle towards the top. Going to try to get the run down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. And Shane is going to put it on pole for now. Next out on track here is Hoosier Dude. On the top lane, now get to the bottom, back to the top, into the wall. Not a good first lap for Hoosier Dude. Through 3 and 4. Not going to do good there. Spins out down the front stretch, and that's going to be a caution flag. Most likely. He's going to get it back around straight, not impeding any other cars. He's going to continue going around. Through 3 and 4 this time. Will he do better? Yes, he will. Not hit the wall. Clean second lap for Hoosier Dude. And he's going to continue going. I'm unsure what is really going on with that. He might just be lagging. Hoosier is done. Maybe not. I really don't know what's going on with Hoosier. Okay, he just got reset. Hoosier will get it to the back for more laps done than what he was supposed to there. As now we got Key coming out here onto the track in that number 8. This car looks fast as they're going to roll the bottom here with that Toyota Camry into turn number 1 and 2 on the opening lap. Locks up the brakes, now goes full on the gas out of the corner. Good run down the back straightaway, good speed through turns 3 and 4. Maybe clip the apron a little bit too bad there. It's going to affect some of the lap time through turns 1 and 2 once again. I mean, they look like they're doing fine here. 88 miles per hour they'll top out at down the back straightaway. Ooh, might have clicked the wall there, but that's going to go to the pole for Key. These are all these drivers' first starts here in the Hoosier Pro Late Model Tour, or in the short track in Pro Late Model Tour in Hoosier. Looking out here now, Galaxy will start their first lap down the back straightaway, driving for STM in that Hard Rock Toyota Camry down through the front straightaway, and they're gonna set it P2 at the first lap. They're gonna get on the apron there. I don't know how great that is for your line. I haven't seen any of the drivers do that unless they get a pretty slow lap. We're gonna see does not improve on their time. And next driver onto the track is gonna be Next, another STM driver here, driving the 666. Call him James Bond without the 7. Into turn 3 and 4 down the front straightaway to the green flag. Turns 1 and 2 rolls really good. Didn't get on the brakes for too long. Kept it nice and steady through 3 and 4 now down to the front straightaway. Taps the wall a little bit there. 1 and 2 again. Pretty fair. Went too high, I think, that time. Now 3 and 4. They lock him up. They just went too high. Keeps it out of the wall. Don't know the position that got him in. Not first. 4th. apparently. Kate now on the racetrack in the short track and jegs Ford Fusion for STM again, a different STM this time, through turns 1 and 2. Hits the walls and go up the track a little bit. Off 1 and 2 now, down the back straightaway. Gonna brake there, trying to get to that bottom lane. Up to the top. 1 and 2 once again. That puts him P5 on the first one. Ooh, into the wall there, and that's not going to improve the time, I'm sure. They're going to get in the wall off 3 and 4 as well. Puts him P5 on the board. Next driver here, another STM driver, my STM. Short track and motorsports. The number 98 here of Stizzy. Stizzy's going to warm up those tires. Wow, into the wall. Even off the pit exit. Coming around to the green flag into turn number 1 and 2. Keeps it tight on the bottom. Now up to the top lane. Nearly hits the wall there. Running middle. Now towards the top off the exit. Gonna get the run. Through 1 and 2 again. Keeping it good for Stizzy here. Trying to keep it in between the lines. Off 3 and 4. Stizzy is going to end up P6. And finally, the last driver here coming out onto the track is I'm Too Young in the Maui Auto Parts Safe Light 4 car. Ooh, having some troubles there getting to the green flag, maybe some mechanical issues into turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, they're going to hold it tight to the bottom, not getting really to the top speed. Most drivers top out about 85 to 88 down the backstretch. He is only going 84 through turns 1 and 2. That time he was going quicker. So far he's beating Hoosier Dude in P7 through 3 and 4 to the top. Now trying to cut it down to the bottom off the exit. Not gonna improve. P7. Looks like your starting lineup is Key, Galaxy, Shane, Nex, Kate, Dale, I'm Too Young, and Hoosier Dude. We'll round out your grid there. As you can see, the Maui Auto Parts Chevrolet, or Ford, I think that's what they're supposed to be, but they're generic, pulling in here to the garage. That's your field. Final car on to the pits here. And that's everybody. Here are your drivers at their haulers, getting refreshed and ready as we look at the timing board. Key sets P1, Next P2, Shane P3, Galaxy P4, Kate P5, Dale 6, 7, I'm Too Young, and 8 is Hoosier. That's going to be your 8 drivers for this race. Getting ready here for the actual event. Well, we got 6 minutes right now on the clock waiting for qualifying to end, just in case any other drivers show up. And as we're at this little bit of a free time here, if I could zoom out, we're gonna actually go to a be right back stage. We will be right back with the stream as I got whatever enabled finally. Be right back. And we are back with the stream. Drivers getting lined up and ready to get underway here. at Southern National. Let's take a look at these cars before the race here. You got this number 8 car. Said it looked good in qualifying, and it set the fastest lap. The Performance East Inc. Toyota Camry looks to fire off good here tonight. Number 30 Forever Rowdy car here in P number 2. Looking to win for Rowdy Bush. The Hard Rock 77 in P3. The STM 666. The 51 Short Track and Jegs Machine. The 66, or Phillips 66, 98. And the Maui Auto Parts number 4. That is your field. We got the Pace truck right here, I believe. That is Hex driving. Second, or runner-up last season in the late model stock car division's point standings in the Hoosier Racing Association. We got a full field of drivers here getting ready for this season. I don't really know when the starting time is going to be. Oh, and we missed this number 7 machine right here. Shelby Supply Company, made in Shelbyville, Indiana. Since we have more time, why don't we go through the field here and look at some of these guys' cars a little more. Here's the 4 car right here. A Southside Short Track and Motorsports car. Another Southside Short Track and Motorsports car. I don't think we're starting that great, as we got the Star Spangled Banner playing. I gotta turn up my volume. All right. Welcome back to the Hoosier Racing Association's presentation of the short track and late model tour. Pro late model, but you know. We got the pro late models here at Southern National as we're going to get under the yellow flag, red flag for incidents in the back. The pro late models are the second division, the second standing stone, if you will, to making it to the big times in this league. And we're looking at the future winners of the Hoosier Late Model Tour here in the short track and pro late models. Here they come to the green flag. 85 laps of racing, and we're under green already. Cars all around the track. 3 wide in the back. I wish I didn't change that one. So we're looking at the battle back here. Kate already up multiple positions into that top 3. And hunting for more here as we go through turns 1 and 2 again. They are trying to find the fastest line around this track. And whoa, the 98's going to get all up and sideways through turns 3 and 4 as the 77 of Galaxy is going to pass for P in number 2. Through turns 3 and 4 once again. It is becoming a game of chicken for this position as Kate's going to slide up, trying not to wreck, as we got a car around in the back. It was the 4 car of I'm Too Young 1244. As we're going to take some time, I'm going to actually switch cameras because these cameras are actually really bad. Multiple cars were stuck there. It seems like there was a wall pop or something going on throughout the field as they are trying to catch up to the pace car. Whoa! The 4 car is going to go around in front of the field. He's going to take out the pace truck. That's something you don't really see here in pro late model racing, or any type of racing. In fact, I've never seen a lap car take out the leader or the pace truck, but we are under caution here. 77 to go. This is going to be one long and hot night for these pro late model drivers. Well, in the lead, nothing has changed. Key still holding on to it, but throughout the field, Galaxy has been very consistent as we double up. The 51 there of Kate actually has advanced multiple positions and was in the top 2 for a short while. Alright, here we go. It's really laggy, but we're going to get it back under. Oh! Green flag is out, and that's going to be a re-rack. Kate got spun, kept it straight, and went through the pits. The right call there was to bring that out and re-rack them. As we're going to be under caution again. Alright, here we come. We're going green this time by. Pace truck enters on the backstretch. Maybe hit a barrel or 2 on the way. But here we come. Galaxy versus Key. Green flag is back out here at Southern National. Through turns number 1 and 2. They are trying to figure it out. 3 wide for second place for a moment as we go down the back straightaway. Galaxy looking, trying to get around Key here in the early running. Whoa, in the back. Multiple cars go around the leaders all over the track, and here comes the short track and motorsports Southside team trying to get by. Contact, big contact through the leaders. The 77 is going to get into the inside wall. The 98 is going to come back up, and calamity on the first corner. The 98 must have washed up, I think, there, and took out a couple of drivers. Short track and motorsports on. Couldn't tell you what the other team is called. But, I mean, The 51 car has made his way up or made her way up through the field. As I mean, we're currently looking at, on average, a caution every 2 laps, which I don't really want to be here all night. And obviously, these drivers don't. All the late model stock guys are in the infield here waiting to get this thing underway. They need to finish before midnight tonight, or else Soaring has to pay an extra day lease on the track. And I don't think Soaring really wants to do that now. Alright, down the front straightaway, I believe we're going to be doubling up this time, if not next time. And it looks like we are doubling up. No, we're not. I guess we're just pulling out for some reason. Guys are still trying to figure out their positions, get into the correct order into turn 3 and 4. Double up this time by it is, I assume. Seems like everybody is doubling up into places. Still some figuring out to do throughout the mid-pack, but his truck is going into pit road. And that's going to give us Key on the front row. Through the restart zoning. Green, green, green. Whoa, down to the inside already. And here comes Kate for the race lead. Kate going to take the race lead away, but not for long. Trying to hold it on the outside. Here comes Key now up the inside. Trying to get that 51 to slip up. The 51 does slip up. And now Key's going to clear for the lead. Maybe no. Just about turned himself off that 51's nose. In the back, cars into the wall. As they are trying to keep up with Key currently. Kate just cannot keep up. And Galaxy is trying to get by Kate now on that bottom lane. Through turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, the battle for P2 is quite interesting. Maybe it's going to be even a 4-car battle. No. Galaxy's going to shoot up the inside. Side by side for P2. Galaxy's going to back out. Tried to send it in deep. Did not get the result he was looking for. Going to try again. Bumper to the back of Kate. Now looking up the inside. He's going to muscle his way right up the inside. Whoa! The 77 nearly goes around off Kate. The door banging is getting intense through turn 1. We have a caution right in front of the leaders. And wow, that got tight pretty quick there. As I think that's going to set Key up still as the leader. Kate in second. Third will be Galaxy. Galaxy trying to find a way around Kate here. Kate either needs to fire off on the restart just like last time and get to the bottom right away, or they're just going to have to sit on Key's bumper and learn the line. That's kind of what you have to do in these races, especially once the other person starts running. You need to lock in and focus up, pick the right line, because clearly it's not going to work out. Down the front stretch here, we're getting the position still sorted out. 56 laps to go. This race has not been going by as fast as I'd hope, but we're seeing how this is gonna go. No double this time. We're doubling up next time by, I assume. Everybody is sorted and ready into their positions, as we're going to come around to the tubes cone this time by. Kate has already picked the top, which I don't know how legal that is or whatever, but Kate has already elected the top. A couple other people are going to go up there. That 70 or the 7 car. 77 thought about it looked like, but he's going to continue on the bottom there. Galaxy wants to get by Kate here. And honestly, I think the bottom is going to be the strategy to get by. The top lane has not been quick all night, so we're going to see. Through the gears once again, they fire off equal into turn number 1 and 2. Kate versus Key. Kind of the story of the restarts so far. Kate's going to get into the wall, but it's going to clear for P2. Now, just needs to hold on to it here and figure out the line through turns 1 and 2. Once again, Kate's going to go to the top, trying for that exit speed, but not going to get it, as Key is continuing to run away. Heck's going to wow, Kate tried to send it in. Through turns 1 and 2 once again. Now here comes Galaxy up the inside. Contact made for P number 2. Kate's going to door slam now back down the track. Through 3 and 4. Now back to the front stretch. Galaxy's going to try to clear. Not going to be there. in turns 1 and 2. Now Kate's going to go up to the top, and it's over. Kate's going to lose another position. Now tries to dive back to the inside for the crossover. It's going to work, maybe. Through down the front straightaway. Turns 1 and 2 once again. Kind of the zone if you want to pass. 3 and 4 haven't been the greatest passing zones unless you bump that guy out of the way. And Kate is just holding him up as he is gone with this thing. Galaxy's going to try to go up the inside again. Kate holding that 77 up, as now they're giving a chance for Stizzy to catch up in that number 98, aka Dale. Down the back straightaway now, 51 and 77 have been just side by side, cannot really get clear of each other for the last few laps, as Key has been just dominating and running away with 50 laps remaining. It doesn't really look too hopeful unless we get a caution, which I'm sure we will. Through turns 1 and 2 again for the leaders, and here they go, second, third, fourth, through 1 and 2 now. 3 and 4. Kind of mellowing out for this P2 battle. Let's go back to the field. Let's see what other drivers are up to. Hoosier dude here running a quiet race, along with Next. Next looked really good in qualifying, just didn't really see the speed in the race so far, as Galaxy seems to have pulled away a little bit from the 77 car. Key is in a whole different world of their own. Massive, massive lead right now. Honestly, it looks like they might even half lap the field by about the time we get to lap 30 to go. Galaxy actually has a chance to run down. I don't know how well that is. I wish we could see the gap on the ticker. But here we go. We got a battle now with 45 laps to go. A battle for P4 has been brewing, and it is the 98 versus the 30. 30 is going to get in the wall from contact from the 98 through turns 1 and 2. Whoa, crossover. This is dicey. Through turns number 1 and 2, Dale versus Shane. Ooh, right there, Shane made a interesting block. I don't think Dale is going to like that. Here he comes through turns 1 and 2. He's going to try to go to the top. Shoot down on the bottom. It didn't really work, and I think Shane is going to run away with this thing here. Looking back up here at Kate, Kate is still kind of in their own world, so to speak, here in P3. In between two fast cars, seeing if they can learn the line. They are actually increasing on lap time, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen them hit the apron too bad in a couple laps. As we're going to look at Key again. Key just lapped the number 4 car and is continuing to dominate, showing race-winning pace here. Honestly, if anyone but Key wins, I'd be very surprised. But, you know, a lot of things can happen in a short 39-lap span here at Southern National. Trust me. If you've ran street stocks on iRacing, you know that it is horrible when you got really bad drivers, and I'm sure some of these guys don't have that much skill. So, alright, looking back here through the field, I'm Too Young is going to get this blue flag displayed most likely here shortly. Running this top lane with the 77 is going to let him by fairly here, as I think Kate actually might be dropping off in a little bit of speed now, as we are heading with 36 to go, coming to 35. We are past halfway in this race, and we've seen no new leaders. We've seen Key lead the whole thing since lap 1. I don't think we've seen... The only time we ever saw a challenge for the lead is when everybody wrecked there, as we got another blue flag. Let's figure out who it is. It is Hoosier dude. Hoosier dude had to let by Key there, as Key is still in a world of their own. I'm Too got into the wall down the back straightaway, the inside wall, matter of fact, and is still kind of just trying to hold on, learn the line, and learn the pace. This is their first time in any late model stock that is used in Hoosier, so still in the way of these lead lap cars here. The 30 is going to try to get by here. And Stizzy's hoping that this 4 car holds him up for a little while. Contact on the front straightaway. Now the 4 car taking the racing line that the 30 car wants, as well as the 98. The 98's going to get into the wall because of the 4 car. Through turns 3 and 4, the 4 car is going to get up into the fence. Not good for I'm Too Young, as we're going to continue to see some of these blue flags being shown. Multiple drivers going laps down here. Just showing, really, it's a whole straightaway lead, maybe even a half a lap at this point for a Key, as they're entering turns 1 and 2, as your second place car is not even through there yet. Kate at the finish line is the 7 car here of Galaxy is nowhere to even see. Let's ride along with Galaxy here on the roof cam through turns 3 and 4. You can't even see. Oh, maybe you can. You might be able to see Key here if you watch right up here. Yeah, you are. It's just not enough whatsoever. Taking a look throughout the field here, we're about to see more lap traffic get involved here. As Stizzy next, and I'm Too Young, all kind of in their own little battle here. I'm Too Young is trying to learn the line of Stizzy, and is actually improving on race pace, as Nex is struggling, stuck behind these 2 cars. Might be a little faster. Contact! Whoa, the 4 car, multiple laps down, is going to make contact with Stizzy. And this is not going to look pretty. Off turns 4. Caution might fly. Yes, it does. And that's in front of your leaders. Key spins. And that 77 car is going to claim the race lead, if I'm mistaken. Yeah. Galaxy to the race lead. Lap cars spin. That 4 car should not have been battling so hard for that position. And it shows. Key is actually going to get their position back to first. No real damage on the car. The 77 car here in P2. P3 is going to be Kate. Well, now, the 77 was running pretty equal, just a tiny bit slower than Key there. And Kate was kind of just falling off towards the end of that run. Kate seemed to be really, really good on the short runs on those restarts, while Key and Galaxy seem to be pretty good in the long runs, as that 4 car is DNQ'd or has a penalty of some sort. Hex in the pace car up there, trying to keep the field at bay. That 4 car earlier, if you remember, did wreck the pace car. So, we'll see. Did anybody... Whoa, Danny jumps out of the pace truck. And that's going to cause a major stack up. Oh, Key. Key got back out to the race lead there after that. Bear with these guys. All these drivers are new to this division. This is the second division of the Hoosier Racing Association. But this is getting quite boring on the standpoint of we only have 20 minutes to get this race in before we need to send it immediately. Oh, I did realize. For a worse version of this stream, go to the Hoosier Racing channel. I don't know why they're streaming it, because they gave me exclusive rights to stream the short track and weekly series for some reason. Turn my volume up.
Is this loud enough?
Anyways. Yeah, we are currently waiting on... We don't know. So, we're gonna see here what's going on. All right, Key in the race lead here. I'm sorry if I was quieter earlier. Kinda, my mic has been being weird all day, but I'll move it a little closer. 17 to go, probably like 15 on the restart. Gonna double up this time by the line if everybody is ready and willing. This is going to be an interesting restart. Galaxy has been matching the pace of Key throughout the later portion of that run. So we might see a bit of a challenge. That's interesting. That was the double up. Two cars took it. Oh, well, the 77 went up a little late, but... Whoa! Car around in the back. They're going to keep it straight as the pace truck enters pit road for a 15 to go shootout here at Southern National. Key already with a huge lead through turn 1 and 2. The 77 didn't get fired off and into the back. Kate goes around, couple other drivers around with them. 30 car will be around, and that's going to shake up just about the entire field. Pace truck's going to turn them around as the field's going to stack up because of that. Hex might need to take pace truck driving school here shortly. This gives Galaxy another chance to catch Key on this restart. Key has been controlling the race by miles. Red flag once again. Trying to figure out their positions as it is 9:43 Central Time, 10:43, well 44 now Eastern Time, as these drivers need to get the race in pretty quick here. In the back, stack up just happened as we're going to be pacing probably a choose cone next time by, and we're going to be sending her through the turns to the end of this race, hopefully, if these guys can keep it straight for long enough. But I feel like cautions breed cautions, and we're about to see what that does. Is I think we're going to actually go green this time. 11 laps to go. They send it, Galaxy, away early, and through turns 1 and 2. The 666, call him James Bond's going to nearly go around. Now Kate up the inside in the back. Key is running away as they're 3x3. I cannot believe they're making that. Never mind. As we got a car around, they're going to keep it green. 10 laps to go for now. Kate in P number 2, but Galaxy is hungry and trying to get by. Battle for P3 is ramping up as well. Now dying a bit down through the corner and the straightaway. 9 laps to go. The 51, the 77 here, battling for P2. The 77 has been better much of the race. The 51's going to put the 77 down the track. The 77 nearly turns the 51, not on the front or down the front straightaway. The 51 sends deep once again. This is getting tough to watch between the P2 drivers. These guys know they can't fight for the win anymore. They're fighting for themselves, every man for themselves, for the position, as they're going to wreck in the back. I think they're going to keep it green. I want to keep watching this battle, though. Kate and the 77 of Galaxy battling hard for position. 5 laps to go. You count it. 5. Down the front straightaway. Here comes the 77. Now the 77 up the inside. And now Kate is going to probably need to send as a car goes around in the back. Hoosier just, I think, intentionally turned the 98 of Stizzy. I don't know if that's going to be anything, but that was quite interesting to see. Stizzy's going to get under their own power and continue a lap down. This race has kind of died off. Battle for P3 kind of still happening. P2, P3 still happening. The 77 needs to make a mistake for Kate to have a chance, and Kate really needs to make a mistake for that 30. Key on the white flag through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, coming through 3 and 4. Kate has led every single lap tonight and is going to take home the check and the victory here at Southern National. The trophy is awaiting down victory lane. We finished that race at 10:47 p.m. Eastern time. Kate's going to run an extra lap around, saluting the fans. What a show it was. Kate picked up the victory as the battle for P2 was rampant all race between Galaxy and Kate. Some dirty driving there at the end. Kind of put a damper onto that great show that we were seeing then, as Key comes down to the finish line. And what is the 77 doing? I don't know if they're teammates. I think they are. They made contact. Key's gonna try to get this thing spun around. There they go. Oh, the rear end is damaged on Key's car now. Oh, and the front bumper is gone. Now, I don't want to start any rumors, but I think Key might have, drove straight to the wall there to damage the car for post-race tech. Someone's going to have to look into that. Why don't we head on down to Victory Lane to see the celebration that is about to take place between Hex and Rico here, aka Key. They're having a slight bit of an issue here getting the Victory Lane set up and ready, as Rico climbs out of the car victorious here at Southern National. Couple of drivers here on pit road getting out and ready. Here comes Danny in the pace truck earlier on. Rico is going to be your winner here at Southern National, with Hex as the team owner and the rest of the team there to congratulate the victory. Well, everybody, that is kind of all for me tonight. They started a second stream without me knowing, and no one told me anything until like 10 minutes into this stream that there was a second stream for some reason. But I'm gonna probably submit the footage of the 7-car intentionally wrecking Stizzy. There's a couple other things that happened. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the race. And we're gonna see you guys, I believe, next weekend for some more Hoosier short tracking pro late model tour racing. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Next time it will be on at Short Trackin Roblox, the official home for short tracking races and videos. So yeah, bye.